Hello, love. Welcome back to the Merriment Making Podcast. I am Mary, uncustomary, whatever you want to call me. I am your joy trickster, glitter witch, tender disruptor, and today we're talking about sacred disruption. Not rebellion for rebellion's sake, not chaos with a megaphone on the side of the street, but something deeper, quieter even. Something you can feel when your soul whispers like, this isn't working anymore. You know that moment? When you realize the to-do list you're worshiping might actually be erasing you? When the self-help advice starts sounding suspiciously like shame? When you're 3 tabs deep into a shopping spiral and think, what even is happiness anymore? That's when it's time to disrupt. So we're going to talk about this today. And just a quick note, if you are listening to this episode inside of the Positive Pulse, there are 2 bonus goodies waiting for you. I made you a Sacred Disruption bingo board you can play in real life, and one of my new favorite audio pep talks. And this one actually comes with video as well. It's quite fun. So if you're not inside the Positive Pulse yet, it's free. Go join. And that's where all the good stuff lives. uncustomary.org/positive-pulse. Let's go. Most people hear disruption and they think destruction, a wrecking ball, a broken thing. But sacred disruption, it's the moment when you gently press pause on autopilot. It's when you throw glitter in the gears of grind culture. It's when you stop scrolling in the middle of scrolling and say, like, is this still true for me? Philosopher Alan Watts said, muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. But sometimes, Alan, you need to stick your hand in the water and swim and swirl and move it around. Not to make a mess, but to remind yourself that you are alive. Sacred disruption can look like a revolution, or it can look like wearing sequins to the pharmacy, making a mess on purpose, sending yourself a love letter in the mail, doing laundry while blasting 80s power ballads and pretending you're in a music video, saying no with a smile, turning off a productivity podcast and turning on the Muppets. It's not about pretending everything is fine. It's about changing the channel. Tuning into a new frequency, one where you don't have to earn your right to rest or exist, where delight isn't a reward, it's a requirement. This is not indulgence. This is interruption. Interruption of a system that told you, keep going no matter what the cost. Science backs this up, you know. Your brain is a prediction machine. It runs on routine and repetition and ruts. So when you do something differently, even something silly or profoundly weird, maybe it's just taking a couple steps backwards, or maybe it's declaring that you're dating Benjamin Franklin on a Facebook relationship request. But any of these kinds of things require your brain to fire new neural pathways. You invite novelty. You loosen the grip of anxiety. Neuroplasticity thrives in surprise. Your brain loves a good plot twist. So when I'm saying make happiness habits and make joy a ritual or tie a balloon to your belt loop just because, I'm not being ridiculous. Well, I am, but I'm actually being neurologically generous. Because repetition without reflection is a form of self-abandonment. Repetition without reflection is a form of self-abandonment. And your sacred disruption is you coming home to yourself. You don't have to wait for me to disrupt you. You don't have to wait for a crisis. You can be your own joyful troublemaker, your own trickster friend, your own sacred disruptor of guilt spirals and burnout loops. Try this. Next time you feel stuck, say out loud, what's the least expected thing I could do right now that wouldn't harm me or anyone else? And then do it. What's the least expected thing? What's a 180? That is sacred disruption. And it doesn't have to be a full 180. Sometimes it can just be a 1-degree spin, a tilt. Make a mess, leave a note, paint a rock, rearrange your furniture, say I'm tired without apologizing, share your opinions without disclaiming. This is not about fixing, it is about freeing, freedom, liberty for yourself. You've likely been tuned in to the same station for a long time, and that station is saying things like, you're behind, push harder, not enough, not yet. And what if, right now, there's another broadcast station waiting for you? One that's like, you are enough, and then some. One that plays your weird, wonderful theme song. One that reminds you that soft isn't weak, it's sacred. And weird is awesome. Maybe there is a station that's made exactly for you. Maybe you just need to adjust your antenna, to tilt your head, to listen more kindly. And if that sounds good to you, I have something to help. I created something called the Merriment Reset. There's a 5-day and a 30-day version. It's not about becoming someone else, it's about returning to yourself, but with more color, more clarity, more confetti. Each day you get tiny disruptions. Dares in a truth or dare game, challenges, rebellions, whatever you want to look at them as. And these disruptions are designed to shift your mood, your mindset, and your sense of magic. They're not chore lists. They take less than 5 minutes. They're rescue rafts. They're soft revolutions disguised as self-care. And it's waiting for you right now. You can find either of them inside the Positive Pulse very easily on the sidebar. Or you can go to uncustomary.org/merriment-reset or uncustomary.org/feelgood5 with the number 5. You can find all of them at uncustomary.org under the services option. But inside of these resets, along with additional portals of joy in the Positive Pulse, where we have tools and weird delights and daily invitations to stop scrolling and start living, you can also get assisted disruption. Prompts, challenges, every day for 5 days or every day for 30. The best way to find anything that I offer is inside the Positive Pulse. It's the new hub for merriment making. So let me leave you with this. You're not lazy, you're not broken, you're not too old, it's not too late. You are someone who remembers, and you can remember yourself even more. You remember that joy is a compass, that weirdness is holy, that your desires are worthy, and that rules were made up by people who didn't know your magic, didn't know what you were capable of. And you get to disrupt that narrative. You get to disrupt your own doubt. So tune in, my friend, my lovely merriment maker, because something easier, softer, and more joyful is already being broadcast. All you have to do is listen. And remember, today, when you check out this episode inside the Positive Pulse, you'll get 2 bonuses, the Sacred Disruption Bingo Board and a wonderful extra audio pep talk. You can get it with just the audio or set to video, and you can play them on repeat when you forget how powerful you are. So go to uncustomary.org/positive-pulse to hop in and grab those. Until next time, this is Mary, your sacred disruptor, inviting you to throw some glitter in the gears of this machine. This has been the Merriment Making Podcast. Go make a mess worth remembering.